In April, during our NoCap Conference, the first of its kind in the world, where we targeted real black men influencers that have the ability to reach black men that do not normally vote. That's the 60% or so of black men that are already registered in the United States that have not voted in the last 4 federal elections. Let me say that again. 60% of black men who are already registered have not voted in the last 4 federal elections, or only 1 of the last 4. That is a damning number. Our job at Black Male Voter Project is to engage this demographic all the time. We do these things called Brothers Be Voting. We chose that vernacular intentionally, but we also wanted to do it on a national scale. We brought in influencers of this 60%. These are battle rappers and black male podcasters. And we had a conference called NoCap, which is slang in black man speak for I'm not lying or no lies are being told to you. And what happened was, for the first time, we said we were gonna let the world see what it means to engage black men. So we invited the ABC Nightline News crew to come join the 3-day conference. And what did they do? They took 3 days of interviews, 3 days of interacting with black men in intimate space, watching and seeing brothers interact, and turned it into a 2-minute, sound like a Trump video. It did not represent the core progressive idea and think of black men in this country or at that conference. It was despicable. After sitting down with me for more than hours in interviews, they used 2 questions from me, which means that the narrative that black men are being abused and played in the media in a way that does not truly represent us, to paint or carry on a narrative that the world wants to believe, was put on display. So I feel guilt for that, because at Black Male Voter Project, we pride ourselves on never allowing people in our space that would violate us. And secondly, I feel extremely naive to believe that there was anybody in mainstream media that was willing to tell the truth about how black men show up politically and how we feel about the current political climate. I'm disgusted in what happened. I feel violated to the brothers who depend on us to be their voice, and I will never do that again. I'll never do that again. And it also does nothing to help bring in more brothers in the political fold. What it does, it pushes brothers away because they see themselves being misrepresented, not just by mainstream media, but in this case, by me for putting them in that position. Because you cannot pretend that you care about what really is going on in the lives and minds of black men and then show up in a very deceptive manner like they did. Understand that the narrative that the mainstream is pushing about who black men are and how black men show up in politics is not grounded in facts, not historical facts, not voting facts, and definitely not currently. The pollsters get it wrong. They did in 2020, they did in 2018, 16, and they will again in 2024. As long as we are able to run full programs that are supported and fully funded so that we can reach the brothers in a way that is not transactional, and we show up and listen to this demographic.